Tropical Storm Eta is threatening the state of Florida as it churns its way through the Gulf of Mexico. Watches and warnings are in effect along the Florida Gulf Coast as residents brace for a possible impact. Heavy rainfall and severe flooding have been seen across the southern part of the state. As many as 13 million people could be impacted by the storm in the coming days. For more on this, I'd like to bring in CBS News meteorologist and climate specialist Jeff Berardelli. Jeff, great to see you. So what is the latest on Eta? Where is it now and where is it headed?
So the latest is it's about 100 miles offshore of the Fort Myers area, so the west coast of Florida. I'll step out of the picture so you can see it. Located right about there. Really, it's kind of west-southwest of Tampa Bay as we speak. It's not a very strong storm. Winds are around 70 miles an hour. It briefly became a hurricane for a couple of hours this morning. Last hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico was Hurricane Kate back in 1985 during November. So, it's rare in November we see hurricanes. But anyway, this is weakened a little bit to a tropical storm, continuing to move to the north, but pushing a lot of heavy rain. And each one of these bands, this one that came through had tornado warnings. This next one will likely also have tornado warnings. That's common with landfalling systems. Right now, we have a tropical storm warning in effect for a lot of the west coast of Florida. And we also have a tornado watch in effect for the possibility of tornadoes. Probably at least we're going to see the possibility of tornadoes for the next 18 to 24 hours.
So should we expect Eta to regain strength as it approaches landfall? Is it too early to tell exactly where it's going to hit?
No, first of all, we don't think it's very unlikely to become a hurricane again. In fact, it should weaken fairly quickly over the next 24 hours. It's getting a lot of dry air is kind of infusing into the system. There's also upper level wind shear as well. And you could see, what was a little bit more of an impressive satellite view earlier is now gone. So this system's going to weaken. Winds are 70. We're expecting 65 by tomorrow morning, probably even quicker than that. It'll weaken, making landfall around Cedar Key, maybe Citrus County, somewhere in that area, north of the Tampa Bay area, crossing over towards Jacksonville during the day tomorrow, and then moving out into the Atlantic Ocean. But, the worst impacts are likely to be on top of the Tampa Bay area. Let's show you why. See this counterclockwise flow? And as kind of the eye wall, if you will, moves towards the bay, we're going to see some wind gusts to 73. So that's almost hurricane force wind gusts, especially exposed to the water here, Pinellas County, 73 mile an hour wind gust in Clearwater, 57 Spring Hill, 60 Sarasota. And then tomorrow morning, the whole system you can see how it devolves and it starts to weaken, gust around 55 in the Orlando area. Rainfall is going to be a big factor. We've already seen about 2 to 4 inches in the Tampa Bay area. That purple shading around Tarpon Springs, Palm Harbor, Newport Richey, that area is already, about 2 to 4. Add another 8 inches on top of that. So we're going to see some places probably pick up close to 10 inches of rain. This is going to be the most impactful part of the storm, maybe as much as 3 to 5 feet of storm surge. With this circulation, this counterclockwise circulation, we're going to get strong west to southwesterly winds ahead of the storm. And so Tampa Bay is going to be flooded with a lot of Gulf of Mexico water. Whenever the water gets into those nooks and crannies, the water levels rise very fast. I was a meteorologist in Tampa for about 6 years, and it floods really, really easily. It takes a lot less than something like this to flood the Tampa Bay area. So Bayshore Boulevard, Clearwater down to Sarasota, all the way up to Cedar Key, Citrus County, probably about 3 to 5 feet of storm surge is possible. That's a lot. That's a lot of water. So expect roads to be flooded and impassable, and expect some homes to be flooded as well.
All right, Jeff Berardelli, thank you so much.
You're welcome.